Welcome back, kings and queens, and welcome if you're new here. My name is Hope King, and I'm the designer behind King's Designs MD. Today, I just want to show you a slightly different way to make a card. This is going to be another A2 card, which is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that is split into two cards, but this is just a different way to do the A2 card. If you watched my last video, you saw how the card was done on a portrait style paper. Now I'm just showing you how to do it with the landscape. So if you never made a card or anything in Canva before, first of all, I am in Canva. This is the free version of Canva, so just so people know. You can create custom sizes on Canva. So if I click custom size here, well, first let me back up and say, if I go to create a design, I can go down to custom size and I can create a custom size. Now you can see I've already used this 11 by 8.5 inches, and it makes a difference because it's going to give you portrait style versus landscape style. So you can see here, this is the portrait style. So the first thing I want to do is put in my elements. And if you watch my previous videos, you know I like to use these lines just for myself. This one will be the line that I use to slice my card in half. So that's going to be my cut line. I'm going to scale that down to a size 1. And I did that by clicking on elements. I went to my lines and shapes and I added a line. I then went up here to line weight and changed it to the number 1, and I changed the color to a light gray. That's just my personal preference of what I like to do to keep it really simple. And I stretch my line out to run the full length of the paper. So I've now done the same thing again, but I'm going to flip this one on a 90-degree angle. And sometimes I get a little happy with my flipping, if you heard me say that before. And I'm just making sure my line goes to my edge of the paper and that they're all set to gray. It's okay if it goes off the paper, because when you save it, it's only going to save what's actually on that sheet of paper anyway. But okay, so now this one will be my score line and this one will be my cut line. Now I have this really cute PNG file. You've seen me do something similar before if you saw my video on making a canvas, a HTV canvas, but I thought this would be really cute. And I'm going to zoom in here just so I can work a little better and so you guys can see better. So I'm just going to highlight that. I'm going to size her down. The PNG file comes as black and white, and so I'm leaving it as black and white. And I just want to move it around a little bit. And this is going to be a Balsa Say card. And so I'm just going to add a text here. And say, I think I'm going to say to a real boss. To a real boss! Exclamation point. And I'll delete all of this out. And now I think I want to add Happy Bosses Day today. So I'm going to do the same thing, but this time it's just going to say Happy Bosses Day. So ultimately it's going to say Happy Boss's Day to a Real Boss. I'm going to move my font around because I want it to be like that. And maybe I'll extend this out so Happy Boss's Day can all be on one line. Happy Boss's Day to a Real Boss. And I want to do something playful with this font. Y'all know I like this font already. And let's do, there's a font that I really like called Bangers. And let's see how this looks with Bangers font. And I'm warning you, it might not look good. If it doesn't look good, we'll just move on. I think Bangers is in here. So you see how thick that looks. And I might change the top font. We'll see. I like the juxtaposition of this comic kind of thick font as opposed to like this whimsical font. But we'll see. Everybody might not like that. Or something fun like that. I kind of like it touching, but I like that. And we can move this down to leave it as black and white as classic. Let's see if I can center these two together because these kind of look a little off to me. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's just my eye, but there we go. Okay. So Happy Boss's Day to a Real Boss. And if we want to throw some feminine touches in there, I'm thinking a pretty bubblegum kind of pink. That's cute. And if you have people that don't like pink, I know there are people that don't like pink. You don't have to do that. But I just, let me just click off of it so I can show you. I just highlighted everything together. I don't want to group it because I don't want to have to take it all apart again down here. But I'm just moving it down. And I just kind of want to play with it and see the color. So I did it in this real feminine pink. I know everyone doesn't like pink, so I'm going to do this real bold red and see how this looks. And I always say when I'm designing, the fun part is just playing around and seeing what you like. But, so this card in particular, it basically opens sideways. So it opens almost like a gift card as opposed to a longer version. And I paused. I'm sorry for that long pause, but I was looking at the other set of cards that I did because I want to show you what they look like together so you can see the difference, because this is all still one sheet of paper, but the difference is that the cards I made the last time, the paper was turned the other way. So if I turn this paper one time to the right, the picture would have been here and the card would have opened this way. Now the picture is over here and the card is going to open this way, but I want to show them to you side by side so you can see. So now I'm just going to download it. And I'm downloading it as a PNG. You can download it as a PDF. It doesn't matter. But I just like when I go to print it out for my PNG, how it pulls up on my particular computer. So that's just my personal preference. So I'm going to go to my computer and I'm going to print this out. And the next time I do a card, I want to show you what it really looks like to do the inside of the card as well. But there you go. Okay, so I'm back. I printed the card and I just want to show you. So can you see? This is the card. I don't know if the colors are picking up here, but pink is on top and red is on bottom. And so this is the A2 version of the card. And as you can see, it is portrait style instead of the landscape style. So let me show you what it's like to slice this and show you what the difference is between the two cards. You'll be able to see this. I'm using my eCraft card scoring board. And so, doing the same thing that I did on the last video, except instead of slicing across this part of the paper, I'm slicing through the middle in between the cards, which is similar, but it's just a different way the paper is laid out. So again, I want to line this up with the slicer on my scoring board. I want to line that up right in the center of this. So let's get started. So I am lining my line up right on that center line. And then I slice. And now I have these two. Now this is what I was trying to tell you a while ago. Now this line will be my scoring line. And I'm just going to line that up with any groove. It really doesn't matter. Just make sure you have a straight center position. And now I have a score mark and a clean fold. Same with this one. Try as much as possible to make sure that you are on one straight line so you can get an even score. And press down. You have your score mark and a clean fold. Now what I was trying to show you the difference between these cards. This is the same piece of cardstock. You know, came out the same pack, 65-pound cardstock. Excuse me. And so you have this one, that's an A2 card, but it is the long ways, and this one, that's an A2 card, but it is different. So if I turn this one that way, it would be the same height, they're the same card. Turn that one that way, same card, but it's just how each card would open up. And it's the same thing for this one. That's the pink card, and this one, that's the purple card. It's all essentially the same type of concept. But just a different way the cards are cut and folded. So all these are A2 cards. So I hope this helped somebody. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And have a great day.